Fan Z here. So, the movie I'm going to be reviewing for you is 2003's Big Fish. So, this movie, directed by Tim Burton, tells the story of Edward Bloom in two different aspects of his life. So, we have older Edward Bloom, played by Albert Finney, with his son, Will, played by Billy Crudup, and his wife, played by Jessica Lange. And in this part of the movie, he is known for telling these wild, elaborate stories. But his son, over time, does not believe that he is telling the truth in any of these stories. But the younger Edward Bloom, played by Ewan McGregor, is a part of these stories and how fantastical they are, and the people that he meets along the way, and the situations that he gets in. So I had seen this movie before, like years ago, and I loved it. So I wanted to revisit it again after so many years to see if I still really enjoyed it. And to be honest, it still is just as amazing as it was the first time. So I'm going to start out with the non-acting portion of this. There are multiple aspects of this movie that I feel like bring an extra layer to the story and make it even more fantastical. With that aspect, those aspects, you have the costumes, you have the storytelling, and you have the cinematography. So the costumes, definitely with all the characters that you meet, they tell their own story. With the cinematography, you get all of the different places that you encounter and how they set themselves apart. And then by storytelling, it's such a fantastical adventure, and you're just along for the ride. And you're interested in seeing what happens next with Edward. But I'm not leaving out the performances. The performances in this movie are amazing. You have people like Danny DeVito in here, and like I said, Jessica Lange and Billy Crudup. You got Marion Cotillard, got Albert Finney. But there are two performances that I feel are the best performances of these two actors' careers in this movie. That is Helena Bonham Carter, who actually plays two roles that are kind of essential in Edward's stories. And you have Ewan McGregor as Edward. Now, both have done a lot of different characters, but to me, this is my favorite performances by both of them. But you can't leave out Tim Burton. And I know he's done a lot of big movies like Beetlejuice and Batman and even like Charlie and Chocolate Factory. He's done a lot of big movies, but I like this movie most of all for him. You get that blend of uniqueness with the uniqueness with the fantastical adventure, but mix that with a just a down to earth, sensitive story. And I feel like they blend really well. So, if you couldn't tell from my review, my rating for this is going to be a 5 out of 5. It's a movie that still holds up years later, and it's one I'm glad I was able to revisit. But if you enjoy my reviews, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more of my content. But this is my review for 2003's Big Fish. Come back next time for another review. This is Movie Fan Z signing off. Have a good night.